let's find out how much you know about your handwriting. Many of you have said to me that you're not very happy with your handwriting and that you would like to reform it, and that is the reason why you're probably watching this video now. So I'm going to run through some questions in the penmanship book. I advise you to ask yourself, first of all, the following questions. First of all, does your hand feel relaxed while you're writing? Are you gripping or squeezing the pen? Now, many of you might be squeezing on the pen. Is your pen resting deep in the web of the hand, with your thumb pinning your pen into that area? Is your thumb too close to the tip of the pen, like this? Is your middle finger under the pen? So a lot of you might have 2 or 3 fingers on the top of the pen. You've got to have the middle finger under the pen. The index finger is the closest one to the nib. Is your middle finger sitting on top of the pen beside the index finger, causing downward pressure? This means you might be having a strong downward stroke, but very little upward stroke. And you would need the upward stroke for the intention stroke or for the ligature to start the writing. And all of the upward joints from the bottom to the top will be weak. Therefore, you'll just feel like printing if you hold your pen in this way. You'll just feel like going dot, dot, down, 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 like this. All right. This one is just simple. Is your thumb wrapped over the top of the index finger? Because now you'll get writer's cramp. You'll have a only ability to speed up is if you squeeze your whole hand. So the whole hand is full of big muscles, and the big muscles cannot move quickly. It's the little fingers that move the fastest. Are you able to extend and compress your fingers while writing? So, for instance, if you wanted to do a flourish, or if you wanted to move laterally or horizontally. If you are left-handed, do you start words with your fingers compressed and extend them as you write? So when you're a left-hander, I'll do it with my right hand, but because as a left-hander you're going to be writing across the page this way. So when you're a left-hander, you're effectively writing this way. You're going, you're pushing, you're using a pushing action, not a pulling action. So when you start the first letter of the word many, which you would be able to read if you held this up to the light, you should start with your fingers in compression and then keep moving so you don't just get into extension and feel unsure as to how to control the pen. Yes, if we held these up to the light, we'd probably be able to read them. That's writing backwards, but that is the action of a left-hander. So when you're left-handed, of course, you wouldn't be able to see this quite clearly, but you have to start with the fingers compressed. Even if you're round the top, which would be that action if you're right-handed, that's a hook right-hander. It also applies to left-handers. So, can you tense and release your fingers, easily pulling and pushing the pen like that? Or is your pen located in one position only? Are your downstrokes parallel? And do you have a preferred size of writing? So is your writing small, or is your writing medium or large? You've got to have a look at that, because all of these things are important for you to know about before you start your penmanship study. So if you were a cricketer or a tennis player, you'd be advised to use what is called the standard grip or conventional grip. to hold the racket or the bat or the club, whatever your sport is. So the same applies to penmanship. To extract the best result for yourself, you need to hold the pen in a conventional manner. It's not difficult, it's just a matter of you holding the pen lightly as if it was chopsticks. Or see, it's just held lightly in the hand. Then you could even hang the pen in your fingers like that, and then flick it up onto your index finger and pin it there with your thumb. So this is the action we want. A lot of children become very tense when they first learn to write, and they don't ever lose that tension. So they're perhaps perfectionists. They really want to do as well as they can, so at the end of the day they make their writing rather difficult as it goes along. So have a look into these questions. Ask yourself about your penmanship. Understand the way you're holding the pen, the way you're feeling, the way you are feeling when you're writing. So we'll move on further once you've just thought about that, and I'll talk further in the next lesson in my penmanship book.